Hello my dear friends, welcome back to another video lesson. I hope all of you are fine and ready to watch the video. In the last class, we began the short story The Snake and the Mirror written by Vaikom Muhammad Bashir. And you have read the paragraphs that we have completed in the last class, haven't you? Okay, to make sure you're understanding, I'm going to ask you a few questions, some questions. And please pause the video after hearing the questions and guess the answer in your mind. So you have to pause the video after hearing the question. My first question is, what was the question that asked by the homeopath in the beginning of the story? What was the question that asked by the homeopath in the beginning of the story? What was that question? Yes. Has a snake ever coiled itself around any part of your body? A full-blooded cobra. Second question. Who is a homeopath? A homeopath is a practitioner of homeopathy. Very good. Third question. What was the sound that he mentioned in the second paragraph? Yes, the sound of the rats. My fourth question. Which sentences tell you that the doctor's financial condition was poor? What the sentence? He had just started his medical practice and his earnings were meager, and he had only 60 rupees in his suitcase. And my last question is, the word meager means. What do you mean by the word meager? Yes, little or very less. Okay, I'm very happy to hear your answers. All the answers are good. Then let's continue our story of homeopaths. Let's start.
I went back into the room and sat down on the chair. I opened the box beneath the table and took out a book, The Materia Medica. I opened it at the table on which stood the lamp and a large mirror. A small comb lay beside the mirror. One feels tempted to look into a mirror when it is near. I took a look. In those days, I was a great admirer of beauty and I believe in making myself look handsome. I was unmarried and was a doctor. I felt I had to make my presence felt. I picked up the comb and ran it through my hair and adjusted the parting so that it looked straight and neat. Again I heard that sound from above. I took a close look at my face in the mirror. I made an important decision. I would shave daily and grow a thin moustache to look more handsome. I was, after all, a bachelor and a doctor. I looked into the mirror and smiled. It was an attractive smile. I made another earth-shaking decision. I would always keep that attractive smile on my face to look more handsome. I was, after all, a bachelor and a doctor too on top of it. Again came that noise from above. I got up, lit a beedi and paced up and down the room. Then another lovely thought struck me. I would marry. I would get married to a woman doctor who had plenty of money and a good medical practice. She had to be fat. For a valid reason. If I made some silly mistake and needed to run away, she should not be able to run after me and catch me. With such thoughts in my mind, I resumed my seat in the chair in front of the table. There were no more sounds from above. Suddenly, there came a dull thud as if a rubber tube had fallen to the ground. Surely nothing to worry about. Even so, I thought I would turn around and take a look. No sooner had I turned than a fat snake wriggled over the back of the chair and landed on my shoulder. The snakes landing on me and my turning were simultaneous or simultaneous.
You have listened to the story very carefully. You have read the story with me, haven't you? Okay. Then please pause the video once again and read all that paragraphs once more. Okay? Okay. And to make sure you're understanding, I'm going to ask you a few questions. So please try to answer that question as quickly as possible. Okay? Are you ready to hear the questions? Okay. My first question is, what was the name of the book that he was taken? What was the name of the book that he was taken? What was the name? Yes, the Materia Medica. What is a Materia Medica? A book about various medicines used in homeopathy. Materia Medica is a book about various medicines that used in homeopathy. Okay. My second question. What was the statement of homeopath about the mirror? He had a statement about the mirror. He had a statement about the mirror. What was that statement? Yes, one feels tempted to look into a mirror when it is near. As usual. Okay? If we are walking through a market or a town, suppose, and you see a mirror near sight, what will you do? Yes, certainly you will look into it and just look your face in that mirror and arrange the hair and something like that, right? That's why he says, if we see a mirror, we will look into it. The homeopath says that if we saw a mirror, we feel tempted to look into a mirror. The word tempted means attracted. Attracted to look into a mirror when it is near. Okay. My third question. What was the important decision of homeopath? The homeopath had taken three decisions. And what was the first important decision of the homeopaths? Yes. He would shave daily and keep a thin moustache. Why? To look more handsome. That was the first important decision that taken by the homeopaths. Okay. My fourth question is, what was the earth-shaking decision of homeopaths? Earth-shaking means very important decision of the homeopaths. What was that? Yes, he would keep that attractive smile always in his face. That was the earth-shaking decision of the homeopaths. And my next question is, what was the lovely thought of the homeopath? What was the lovely thought? Yes, he would get married. He would get married to a woman of plenty of money and a good medical practice. That was the lovely thought. He would marry. My sixth question. What kind of a woman does the doctor wants to marry? Why? What kind of a woman does the doctor want to marry? Why? Yes, the doctor wants to marry a fat woman. A fat woman. You can see in the page number 24, 9th paragraph. She had to be fat. The wife had to be fat for a valid reason. What was the reason? If he made any silly mistake and needed to run away, she should not be able to run after him and catch him. That's why he liked to marry a fat woman. If he made any silly mistake, it is possible that wife will run after him. Okay, and to never catch him, she would be a fatty lady. And my seventh question is, why didn't the doctor pay much attention to the noise? Why didn't we have seen that the doctor had not given any attention to that noises. Why? Because the noise was very familiar to him. That's why he didn't pay much attention to that noise. And my eighth question is, what happened to the doctor when he was sitting on the chair? What happened? He heard a sound just like a rubber tube had fallen to the ground, and he take a look. No sooner had he turned than a fat snake wriggled over the back of the chair and landed on his shoulder. The snake's landing on him and his turning were simultaneous. Simultaneous means at a time. A snake landed on his shoulder. That is what happened when he was sitting on the chair. Okay. Through today's class, you have learned that because of no wind, he back to the room and opened the book, the Materia Medica. The Materia Medica is a book about various medicine used in homeopathy. But his eyes stuck on the mirror and started admire himself. He says that one feels tempted to look into a mirror when it is near, when it is very near to us. And then he took 3 decisions. What was the important decision? He would shave daily and grow a thin mustache. Grow a thin mustache. He will shave daily and grow a thin mustache, just like this. And there was an earth-shaking decision. What was that earth-shaking decision? Yes, he smiled into the mirror. He looked at the mirror and smiled. Then he take the earth-shaking decision that he would always keep that attractive smile on his face. And there was a third decision, very important decision was there. What was that? He would marry. He would get married to a woman doctor who had plenty of money and with a good medical practice. Yes, and what kind of woman he is going to marry? He is going to marry a fat woman, and there was a valid reason why he get married to a fat lady. What was that? Yes, if he made any silly mistake and he needed to run away, she should not be able to run after him and catch him. What a decision is that? Then he heard a sound from his behind like a rubber tube had fallen to the ground. He take a look. No sooner had he turned back than a snake wriggled over the back of the chair and landed on his shoulder. This is what we learned today. And as usual, there is a homework for you. You have to answer the textual questions in your notebook about this paragraph that we have completed today. Okay, you have to answer that questions. And will that snake bite the homeopaths, or will he kill that snake? Let's see what will happen to the homeopath or the snake in the next class. Till then, bye.